Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Movie Social. We're your hosts, Ricky and Steph.
What up, what up, what up?
Today on Movie Social, we're going to be doing a review of what I believe is a South Korea film called Space Sweepers, which is out now on Netflix. And yes, it is in English for those that prefer to watch it in English. Now, before we break down this review for this movie, if you like what we're doing on this channel with these reviews for movies, TV shows, and video games and anime, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the channel and video with your family and friends. Alright, so Mini Space Sweepers was a little bit of like Star Wars, and even for those that might have not watched The Expanse, which is out now too on Amazon Prime. Things like that. That's what it kind of reminded me of. And then also like the Raiders of the Lost Ark, Goonies type of adventure type of thing too.
Okay.
But it had its own unique spin on all this.
Yes, it did. I mean, I enjoyed it for sure. The backstory was pretty sad about him, the captain, losing his daughter.
No, he wasn't the captain.
He was a captain, or he was a commander.
He was the commander for the military, but not for the ship.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He was the commander. I meant to say commander. I apologize about that. And he lost his daughter and stuff. And it's just, this is what, 2092?
Yeah, I was like, I'll be 102 years old. If everything was to go the way that they have it going, I could live.
Yeah,
and be still looking like I'm 40. Because you seen how the CEO of the company that created all that stuff was supposed to be 150 something years old. And I'm like, dude, don't look a day over 50.
But the world was shit. The earth as we know it was shit.
But we know half of that came from him.
Yeah.
And the other half came from global warming and stuff like that.
Man, global warming is real out in these streets, man.
I'm going to say this, though. The way that they set up how everybody was out in space, and it's crazy because 90% of the world's population still was on Earth. A small percentage lived out in space, and then another percentage worked in space but still lived on Earth, which is crazy. And they were taxed out behind just to be in space, which is crazy.
And the masks that they had to wear, like people complain about the little face mask that we wear nowadays.
But on Earth, they had gas oxygen tanks and all that. Just how bad it was. But turned out the big plot that was embedded in all this, there was one female that they implanted nanobots and that fused with her and regenerated her cells, but she can fuse with other nanobots and also regrow everything. Basically, she can regenerate.
She's
things,
like the seed of life,
which is cool. But before we go into that, nanobots, man, we gotta get some nanobots made now at this point. But it's crazy because we've seen multiple movies with nanobot technology being used where it's done good, and some movies where it also could fall into the wrong hands and do bad.
Of course, yeah.
But if we can get it the right way, we can reverse a lot of these problems with global warming, possibly.
Strong possibility. Very strong possibility.
Right, it could even help cure some things like cancer and all. Help us having space. But you know who the CEO reminded me of? Reminded me of Elon Musk for a moment there, trying to get to Mars. Because that was his whole thing. Oh yeah, we're going to get to Mars. Build a whole new Earth on Mars. Yeah. But he didn't say that everybody on the space station and on Earth was going to die. He was going to send a space station back down on Earth.
3 billion people. He did not care.
3 billion people. And it was going to destroy the Earth completely.
Dude didn't care one bit.
All because he thought he thought he was supposed to kick the chosen people, the right people. I'm like, you just said this man, just because he killed the other man to save himself and his family, that he shouldn't be on Mars, go to Mars because of that. But you're doing the same exact thing. I'm like,
on a grander scale. On a grander scale too.
Yo, but how did you feel about that plot at the end with the bomb and the switch and all?
So that was very, very clever.
Yo, the old switcheroo was good as ever.
It was a very, very clever plan, and they was literally ready to go out like soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
They was ready to just rock out.
Somehow was able to use those nanobots yet again to save them all, which is beyond astonishing.
Facts.
This movie, I'm not gonna lie, for it to be coming from I'm not gonna say low budget, but from another country, and it was so well put together and phenomenal. First of all, the production company alone had me laughing because the name is Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
company,
yeah, is this gonna be a Christmas movie now?
Yeah,
Did they give us the wrong trailer?
They did something like spectacular because again, like I said, it was in space, and then they were like, it had that Star Wars feel with the spaceships and
yeah, especially when there's fighting in space and flying around. I was like, yo.
To me, this could have been a video game. To be honest with you.
I'm hoping for a sequel. To be honest, what happens after this? Because we know they show that they reimburse people now, but do they still try to have a Mars trip, or do they finally complete Earth come together, or is there another group that still tries to use her as a weapon or whatever?
Possibility.
All I know is this was a great film. Just check it out. It was very, very entertaining and action-packed too. Yeah,
it definitely was very action-packed. There's a small thing I didn't really like care for. Mm-hmm. Like when those people got shot up or whatever, they didn't show like any like bullet holes or any blood or anything like that.
See, that also could go into the fact of censorship for certain countries too.
That's also true.
But yeah, it was definitely a lot that happened from this. All I can say is though, using child soldiers was wild.
Yeah.
And them kids were strong as ever. Jeez. But it was interesting having the robots and all that. The future, I'm like, we're in 2021 now. And we gotta get 71 more years. Listen, we gotta wait that long to see this kind of technology.
We're closer to what was that city called? Night City than we are closer to that. We are closer to 2077 than we are closer to that.
But listen, 2077 had some crazy corruption too.
Of course.
We got a lot of that already right now. I'm trying to get to that end where we might have one major corrupted person.
This is one. Well, you only want one major corrupt person
that we all wind up overthrowing. I'll take that over all the
might
corruption
is the key word.
Right now. Listen, how many politicians we got down in DC that's corrupt? We got rid of one orange one, but we got a whole bunch more down there.
Man, oh man.
Can I get a Futurama moment now? And just freeze me and send me to the beach. When things are better. But all in all, it was a great film. If you liked it, let us know in the comments below. If you didn't like it, let us know as well. And also, let us know what you think it reminds you of here in the U.S. Until next time.